Hi, this is Tim Fembert with LeaderGov.
Hi, I'm Bill Stark. Thanks for joining us.
We're so glad to be with you today to continue our series on different leadership styles. And today we're going to talk about a supportive leader and really how, as any kind of a leader, we can move into a supportive leader role and become effective, or that may be our natural style. And we know that supportive leaders tend to be those that want to develop their teammates. They're really focused on others. They get a lot of input from their teammates before they make decisions. They're all about supporting them, resourcing them, finding out what their needs are, and making sure that they have all the tools to be successful.
Yeah, this idea of being an agile leader and being able to flex and move between these different leadership styles is so important, particularly in local government, because things change so much. But this supportive leader has some wonderful characteristics. And they probably exemplify this idea of servant leadership maybe more than any other leadership style, because they are actively engaged with their team members, with their employees, to give them the resources and skills they need to get the job done. And so these teams are very well resourced. The leader, although they do delegate to their employees, they look for opportunities where there are gaps, where employees need help. And they come in and either offer the assistance directly or they provide resources to the employee to get the job done. So these people are typically very friendly. They're very people-oriented. They put a lot of energy into people and developing people. And I think particularly with local government, Tim, you and I hear a lot from time to time about local governments that struggle with succession planning. You get 3 or 4 directors retire in a 6 or a 9 month period, you're in trouble as a local government. And so we need these supportive leaders on our team to develop the skills and abilities of the managers and supervisors underneath them to help with the succession planning issue. But the supportive leader is an awesome style. They're wonderful people. They're engaged with their team. They're supporting their team. And everything sounds perfect, doesn't it, Tim?
It almost sounds too good to be true. And there probably are some shortcomings, and we want to focus on some of these. Yeah. The DISC style that lines up with a supportive leader is obviously the S style in the DISC circle. The supportive person who is steady and really feeds off the energy of seeing others succeed. But there can be some challenges there, and when we're leading teams that have S-style leaders on them, we need to be aware that they sometimes can get burnout from their work. They're spending so much time pouring into others that they just get burnt out and they lose their zest to get things done because they simply run out of gas. The other challenge is they're just so focused on the people, they get away from the results side. They just sometimes don't get things done as well as a team that maybe has a more forceful leader. So there are many benefits that you recognize, but there are also some challenges when those leaders are just not focused on the tasks that need to get done in local government to be successful.
Sometimes also a supportive leader can be taken advantage of. If I'm an employee, if you're my manager and you're supportive, I could sort of constantly ask you for your help because I know you're going to offer it, right?
Right.
And I could kind of depend on you too much.
Correct.
And so as a supportive leader, one of the tips or suggestions we would have is to think about weaning some of your employees off of this constant need for support. Allow them to go find their own resources. Allow them to identify their own gaps. Allow them to go fill their own gaps. Because otherwise, as you say, Tim, you do expend a lot of emotional, relational energy on people, which is a good thing, but it can have a negative twist to it if you just do it too much and too often. So we want to just encourage you to be careful if you're a supportive leader. These are awesome people with great intentions, but focus on results and also be careful that you don't get taken advantage of by your team. I guess the other thing we would say is if you're, say, a city manager, or maybe you're a deputy director or a department head over a large department, watch for these supportive leaders on your team. See if you have supportive leaders on your team. You may have a supervisor doing some work underneath you that's a supportive leader, and that's awesome. But part of your role as a leader of leaders is that you want to be careful that they're not burning themselves out too much, that they're putting forth so much energy on people that they're not focused on the results, or maybe they're not focused on what they need to do. So be careful of that as well if you're say, a leader of leaders. But that's pretty much it. We just wanted to share with you this terrific leadership style of being a supportive leader, and share some of the things to be careful of, to be sensitive to if you are that kind of leader. We enjoy what we do at LeaderGov. We would love to serve you. We help cities and counties with off-site retreats and strategic planning. And of course, our workshop program, our 12-month workshop program, where we help individual sets of leaders, 8 from each local government, grow and learn and become better leaders over a 12-month journey. So we do that. We'd love to help you. If that's of interest to you, you can check us out on LinkedIn and Facebook, where we post a lot of podcasts and other information. But thank you for being with us today and taking a few minutes to invest in your leadership and being the best that you can be.
Have a great day. Look forward to seeing you soon.